so you join us for the start of the solo free final for women here at the European Aquatics Youth Artistic Swimming Championships. It's the third day and we are very much looking forward to it. The preliminary rounds have been completed and we now move on to finals where medals will be awarded. The top 12 have qualified out of the 20 soloists to start with, and the women's event will be immediately followed by the men. In total to start, there were 187 athletes from 23 member federations, all aged between 13 and 15 for the females and up to 16 for the males. And they are truly delighted to be able to experience international competition, many for the first time. So we're going to be starting with the solo free final for women, followed by the men, as I said. And what a superb venue this is. The Hellenic Swimming Federation has absolutely done a wonderful job on the organisation, and the hospitality has been superb. So many events have been hosted here over the last years, particularly for artistic swimming, including World Series, World Youth Championships, and 20 years ago, the Olympic Games, of course. So the top 12 who qualified for the women's event is a combination of the scores from the preliminary rounds and also from the figure competition yesterday. Scores were then combined for the final places, but it's only the figure scores that now carries through. I'm Andrea Holland, and delighted once again to be chatting you through all of the action. So the officials are being introduced. Ula Lisienius, the chairperson.
This is men.
Judith Vizzi, the referee, assisted by Yael Rubicek. And then we have two panels of judges, one looking at the elements, so they will give scores for each of the 6 hybrids. And the artistic impression judges, they will be looking at the choreography, the musicality, the overall presentation from the athlete and the transitions. So these are the elements judges. They're looking purely at the 6 hybrids, a set number of hybrids. Artistic impression, they give 3 scores. As I said, for choreography, musicality, that's combined. And then we have controllers that we do normally see at the for the duets and the teams. But of course, everybody very excited, albeit also a little bit nervous as well. They are still very young athletes, And to be out here on the international stage is quite it's thrilling for them, but it can be quite nerve-wracking as well. So they will do 6 hybrids. Every hybrid that they do comes from different families of movement. So you'll see rotations, you'll see flexibility, you'll see thrusts and static holds as well that we call airborne weight. Every single move has a difficulty assigned to it, and then they're all added together for the hybrid to get to the total degree difficulty for the individual hybrids and also, of course, for the whole performance. Everything apart from those 6 hybrids counts towards the artistic impression score. And new in the rules this year, we now have an apnea ruling that no more than 58% of the routine can be underwater. So the hybrids cannot be more than 58% of the overall time of the routine. They have 3 seconds leeway on that. So they are given that leeway, particularly in the solos, because unlike in the duets and the teams where you count every movement, you don't necessarily in the solos. So you can be underneath the water slightly longer in the competition than you perhaps are in training. But if they adhere to the ruling for the apnea, it is worth a very valuable additional 40 points. So everybody wants to make sure that they do have that. The start list is up on your screen. Netza Krivek from Slovenia will be starting. The order is in reverse order of how they qualified. So for swimming first, it means you qualified in 12th place. If you swim 12th, it means you qualified first. So Daniela Velázquez-Ruiz, she qualified in first place following the preliminaries and the figures competition yesterday. 4 figures were completed by every single one of the athletes. So as you can imagine, 187 of them. That took quite a while yesterday, but it was fascinating to watch if you're really into the sport. There isn't any music at all when it comes to the figures competition. Everybody has to wear black costumes, white hats. They can wear goggles as well. And then they all go round and rotate to do the 4 compulsory figures. Often it's only 2, but the decision was made to have the 4 yesterday. And then those scores are carried through. So both solo events now taking place in this session, and then later today we will have the free combination team event. So the first competitor is from Slovenia, Netza Krivek. Her theme So apologies there. I think we had a few technical issues, but Nitsa Krivek, she scored 151.1125 in the preliminaries. So she has really increased that score. Slight reduction on the difficulty, but 202.5062, because she has the full apnea award of 40 points. Next to swim, the second soloist, Giada Papa, representing Italy. She finished 12th in the preliminary rounds. Her music, the immortality, and she starts with but sustaining the height until the very end. So you can see that technically she is very strong indeed. Just a couple of times I felt on the hybrids that she left it just a little bit short. But she really put the music over very, very well. I'm sure you recognized it. It's the song by Queen, but this was by an Italian singer called Giorgia. Music, Who Wants to Live Forever. She said you should live every day as if it's your last. She's someone that gets very excited to perform and actually not very nervous, which is a very good trait to have. I thought the speed of movement on the rotations was very good. They can over-rotate, but they mustn't under-rotate. So she scored 139.7062. She did get 2 base marks in the preliminary rounds. Her difficulty has been reduced very slightly between competitions from a 26.1 to a 25.15, probably because of those base marks and wanting to be having a clean swim today. So hopefully that has paid off for her. but a fantastic time yesterday in the figures competition, finishing 6th out of 187 competitors. What a great result that was. And she has the full difficulty. Wow, what a score, 270.1168. Very, very impressive on the elements. She is so strong technically, but a good artistic score as well. Many congratulations to Giada Papa. That has set the bar very high indeed. So Joanna Karp from Germany takes the stage, the 14-year-old. The theme of this music is desire. And her difficulty is 19.45. Showing good control on the unbalanced move. Important that on the unbalanced move they don't go outside of the sort of the 45-degree angle. I like her presentation. And on these turns you have to do the full 360 at the maximum height. Very nice presentation there. You can see that she really feels the music. The last hybrid, I felt she slightly lost it, kept it a little bit short on the end, but overall a beautiful performance to the Ophelia music. She chose it as Ophelia comes from ancient Greece, and actually it means the winner, so she was hoping that would be an omen for her, but great to have qualified for this final. She was 10th in the preliminary rounds. Didn't have such a good day yesterday in the figures, where she finished just outside of the top half. So she was 89th. She is the German youth champion across the solo, duet, team and combination as well. So 19.45 was her difficulty. She had a clean swim in the preliminary round, so hopefully that will be the case again today. After the preliminaries, the coaches can get together with the lady that heads up the difficulty technical controllers, Anna Montero, who's done some fabulous work for artistic swimming over the years. so they can be given feedback as to why the athletes did get the base marks. And that is really important for the athlete to improve and for the sport to continue improving as well. But of course, every swim is very different. And how you swim it one day isn't necessarily the same as the next. But I liked her presentation. Nice body movements here. So normally if there's a bit of a delay, it's because the technical controllers are analysing something. If it's not clear after a few times of looking at it, then the decision will, of course, go in the favour of the athlete. It's a shame if she has any base marks, because as I say, it was a clean swim last time. And it's another clean swim for her. Very well done. And she's really improved her artistic impression as well. 232.7597. That's a massive improvement on her prelim swim of 168.3833. No wonder she was so delighted. Kuba Seren from Sweden, 8th in the preliminary rounds. This is her horror stories routine. And she starts with a difficulty of 24.6. Needs to try and keep the knees dry on the rotations. Very good explosive power there. My apologies if you're still experiencing a few of the technical issues. Well, again, apologies for the technical issues throughout the performance. She qualified in the preliminaries in 8th place. Okay, not as strong a performance when it came to the figure competition yesterday, 95th, but there were 187 in it. So, yeah, it was a very packed day, as you can imagine. But that was her horror stories routine. Her difficulty was 24.6. She had a clean swim in the preliminaries. So she will be very much hoping that that is the case again today. She always looks very concerned when she gets out of the pool. But hopefully she was satisfied with the performance and certainly got a thumbs up from the coach. And nice to see a smile there as well. She is the Swedish youth champion, and when she isn't very busy in the pool, then she does love to have, fashion, and really works hard at that too. Beautiful costume. I wonder if she did design that herself. So in the preliminary rounds, her artistic impression score was a little bit low, so we'll have a look at that now when the scores come up. Oh, it's a lot better. That's good to see, an 8-point improvement on artistic impression. And she has got the full assigned difficulty, so it's 196.1447. Sadly, she hasn't got the bonus for the apnea, so didn't adhere to the 58% underwater ruling. That makes a big difference. And we welcome Andrea Eliasson onto the stage from Great Britain, the 14-year-old. The theme is Demon Slayer. Her difficulty starts at 20.9. She does get good height on those thrusts and has been working very hard on the rotations, particularly the level 7 rotations. Showing good height here. She has nice hands, needs to remember that the judges can still see the facial expressions when she's lying on her back. Could do with making some of the moves there a little bit sharper to show definition. And now keep the energy going right to the end of the performance. As I say, as long with working on the technical elements, particularly the rotations, she's working on her presentation more as well to really pull the audience and the judges into the performance. And that's something that she's going to continue to work on. But delighted to be qualifying in this European Youth Championship final. She did take gold in the national age groups this year. And she did swim at the last European Youth Championships, but was just in the free combination team there. She's coached by Rachel Harris, is her club coach, but she's also had assistance from a few Japanese coaches, particularly Masaya Imura, who's very well known in artistic swimming. But here, giving her plenty of support and encouragement, is Rosie Barrington and Sophie Steingard. Both of them are swimmers and also now compete in Masters. they've been working with her to try and get the projection more, to really sort of use the eyes and the face to make sure that the judges, as I say, are really pulled into the performance. So it's a clean swim yet again for Andrea, and she gets the apnea bonus. Very well done, 233.2625. And that is a very big improvement on her swim in the preliminaries, where she got 168.4292. Congratulations to Andrea Eliasson. As we move on to Leona Vranesa, the sixth competitor from Croatia, the theme of the routine is the light within. 25.45 is her degree difficulty. Pushing up on the height at the end there, showing strength. Very nice on the flexibility. Always need to make sure you get round in those rotations. Those two directional ones are sometimes the move that catches a lot of the athletes out. They're trying to do it very quickly, but you have to complete it. Very nice and graceful with her arms. Slightly off alignment here, she needs to be careful. She will of course be getting very tired. Nice use of the water for effect. Felt she left that a little bit short at the beginning. But overall, a nice performance there from Leona Vranesa from Croatia. In the preliminaries, she did get one base mark, which was just on the fourth hybrid. She has kept the difficulty at exactly the same level, so no changes there at 25.45. 88th in the figures competition yesterday. Finished 11th in the World Youth Championships. They were held in this pool last year. She was someone that much preferred to be in the team originally, so they had to do lots of encouragement to get her into the solo, and I'm jolly glad they did, because she is a very nice soloist, and look forward to following her journey. Coached by Ivana Lukak and Ivana Radedic. She's only been the soloist for a year now. The music was Carol of the Bells, and she really wanted to have that music because it works so well with the rotations and the musical accents, which is so important when it comes to the artistic impression score as well. She did win gold in the Croatian National Youth Championships last year. Her score last year, actually, in the World Youth Championships was 147.04. So she has, looking at her score in the preliminary rounds where she moved up to 176, she is making good improvements. Of course, the apnea bonus points weren't in it at that point, but still always good to continue to make improvements. They all have a personal best that they are working towards. Seventh in the preliminary rounds, and that was even with a base mark as well. So it shows the talent that she has got. So it's a very slight reduction on the difficulty and no apnea bonus, 200.2801. So this time the base mark apparently was on element 3, whereas in the preliminaries it was on element 4. Anastasia Ack from Switzerland. In the preliminaries was 5th, had a good day in the figure competition yesterday as well, 17th. The theme is tango. Starting with a difficulty of 25.2. Like to see the height a little bit there above the knees, but I like the speed. The alignment on the night position wasn't exactly right. Showing a lot of power in the water. Pool coverage is excellent. Really good intensity on a lot of these moves, very fluid on the rotations. She certainly is a very powerful swimmer indeed, and I felt that the tango theme really suited her. The music was Volver by Maxine Rodriguez. She is the multiple youth champion. across lots of different events in Switzerland and finished 16th at the World Youth Championships, which were also held in Athens, but not in this pool. I mean, she's only 14, but she's already been in the national youth team for 3 years. Coached by Alexandra Badova, the choreography by Alexandra and Olga Filipchuk. Her difficulty remained at 25.2 between these preliminaries and the finals. She had a clean swim in the preliminaries, so let's hope it is like that again. Had a good day in the figures competition yesterday, finishing 17th, as I say, out of 187. Wow, a 269.8300. She is absolutely delighted with that. Puts her into second place. She has the apnea bonus. It was a clean swim and very, very impressive across both the elements and the artistic impression. Selin Homeric from Turkey had an incredible day yesterday, made history for Turkey by finishing first, taking gold in the figures championship. impressive swimmer she is. She must have been absolutely delighted with that result yesterday. A tremendous performance, but also a very good soloist as well. I like the way she used most of the families in the hybrid. So she had the thrust, she had lots of rotations, but also had a lot of the flexibility moves as well. Didn't have any of the, we call it airborne weight, the more the sort of the hold, static holds. But she's so good at those rotations, and really very much look forward to following her journey. Coached by Okia Hellis and Anna Vantelini Sabas, who did the choreography. Sixth in the preliminary solos, but she did get a base mark on that occasion for the fourth hybrid, so hopefully it's going to be a clean performance for her here. I love the idea of the theme being the final dance of the last leaf in autumn. The music, Total View by Inonsur. Despite being quite tall, she is very light in the water, so the fast music and the intricate details really suits her. She finished 7th in the World Youth Championships last year. Her degree difficulty at 24.8 has remained the same as it was in the preliminaries. Plenty of support from the team. (287.2846). What an incredible score, putting her straight into first place. (79.6 on the artistic impression. She has the full apnea as well. Many, many congratulations. From France, we have Romain Temasek, the 9th competitor to swim, the 15-year-old swimming to modern violin music, the current world youth champion for solo. 32.15 is the difficulty. She again shows very good height and beautiful presentation. Very good height on the flexibility there. What she needs to do is keep the energy going and the execution. She had 2 base marks on her final 2 hybrids in preliminaries. She really is a beautiful performer. I very much enjoy watching her. She has a very difficult solo at 32.15. So if it's a clean swim, expect this score to be very high indeed. She always does very well on the artistic side as well. Certainly in the preliminaries, she was the highest on the artistic impression. She has increased her difficulty very slightly since the preliminary rounds. It was 31.95, now 32.15. So not too much difference. Small changes. Choreography by Miriam Ligno. Also coached by Celine Kuchelin. She feels that the violin music really suits the new rules. She likes the variety in it as well. And I totally agree with her on that. I thought the way she gets the musical accents across, the interesting transitions that were throughout the performance as well. Because of the 2 base marks in the preliminaries, she did finish 3rd in that, but the preliminary scores don't carry through at all. She was 5th in the figures with 80.4333. And what an impressive artistic swimmer she is. The music is hip-hop violin medley by Josh Vietti. And she would certainly have come here very much hoping for the gold, having taken the World Youth Champion gold last year. She was silver on the figures as well, so a very strong competitor indeed. She's 15. So this will be her last year in youth before she moves up to juniors. She has the full difficulty. Her routine score is 225.9771. But with figures included, wow, 306.4104. A very, very impressive performance indeed. And a very high element score. 10th to swim from Greece is Mini Karavasili, the 15-year-old, 4th in the preliminaries. The theme of this routine is Apologies again for the technical issues we are experiencing today, but hopefully you were able to get across the strength of that performance. The theme was very much obvious to everybody that she was a doll, and I really like that for the artistic impression. It helps the judges so much when the theme is obvious, and also helps with the choreography as well if you have a theme to follow. The music was Forefathers. She competed in the World Youth Championships in the free combination and took a silver medal there. So welcome back by the coaches, Anastasia Gudseva and Natalia Chaneska. So her degree difficulty at 31.85 was very slightly less than the French swimmer before her, who's currently lying in first place with 306.4104.
Last year she was part of the second place combination routine in the World Youth Championships. Score.
Oh, into second place, full difficulty, no base marks, 221.3563 for the routine score. Figures added, it's 302.1502.
The total score is 302.150. Please welcome solo number 11 from Poland, Michalina Gnasek.
Michalina Gnasek from Poland. She's second in the preliminary solo. Her theme is witches. Very strong technically. 30.35 is her difficulty. Good speed of rotation. Slightly off alignment on a couple of those two-directional rotations, but really showing the theme here of the witches. Always very powerful, good explosive height. She puts so much into that performance. The music was The Witch Hunters by Atle Orvason. Apparently, she very much enjoyed the movie. She was a finalist at the World Youth Championships, finished 12th in that occasion. Poland had a very good day in the figures competition yesterday. Michalina finished in 10th place, and her teammate Lukia Kazbacek, one of the triplets, finished in 11th. So they were really delighted to be so high up on the European stage. So much hard work going on in Poland, and well, it's great to see these nations coming up and really competing at the very highest level. Coached by Kniznia Jadluskaya. So as I said, her difficulty was 30.35. So that was the same as it was in the preliminaries. Her routine score was 214.3959 then, but of course we then have to add the figures on to it as well. She did particularly well on the technical side in the preliminaries, going well over the 100 mark, 103.9459 for the elements. It was a clean swim in the preliminaries as well, so we're very much hoping it will be in these finals as well. Medals decided here, and remember it's the free routine added on to the figure score that they carry forward. So a little bit of a delay here, but let's hope that there aren't any problems with the hybrids. Oh, she has the full assigned difficulty into third place. Routine score 213.5521. The full bonus for apnea 292.3430. Very impressive indeed. Many congratulations. Last to swim, she qualified in first place. It's Daniela Velázquez-Ruiz from Spain, 15-year-old. Her music and theme is a Black Panther. This championship has been her first time as a soloist in an international. Her difficulty, 29.4. Very fluid on all of the movements. Good speed. And of course, very good musicality. She has some good, interesting transitions within the performance. I do like the speed of movement she gets. Well, considering this competition is her first time as a soloist in the international competitions, she's been very impressive indeed. She came here just hoping to enjoy the swim. She was first after the preliminary rounds. 8th on the figures yesterday, and that's the score that carries through. So has a little bit of catching up to do on some of the other competitors there. Her score in the prelims was 216.8125. That score today, without the figures included, would be a 3rd place. The highest score on the routine alone, is Roman Temisek from France with 225.9771. So 29.4, she's slightly lower on the difficulty as well. So it needs to be clean firstly, but she needs to be higher on the elements and the artistic impression if she's going to get right up to the top. Spain took bronze at the World Youth Championships last year with Paula Marcipa. Coached by Sandra Montes and Virginia Villalba. Choreography by Alba Romero and Maria Campos. So much excellent work being done in Spain across youth, juniors and seniors. But she's got a little bit of catching up to do, even though she qualified in 1st place. 29.4 on the difficulty, 211.1 on the routine score, and it's a 290.5727, putting her into 4th place, so just outside of the medals today. Routine score very slightly lower than it was in the prelims, higher artistically, so that was good, but lower on the elements. But still, to come 4th in a European Youth Championships in your first international is quite incredible. So the solo free results, this doesn't have the compulsory figures included. France 1st, Greece 2nd, Poland 3rd, Spain 4th, then Turkey 5th. A lot of people increasing their score slightly from the preliminary rounds. Croatia and Sweden finishing 11th and 12th, but no doubt delighted to have qualified for a place in the final out of the 20 that started. Of course, we still have the men's solo event to come. And that is about to start. Straight on with it, with Andrea Garuti from Italy. His theme is True Colours. such an elegant athlete. I really enjoyed it. A few times, which you could probably see, the alignment wasn't quite there on some of the hybrids, but he pulls you in and makes you want to watch him. The music, of course, True Colours, it's actually a cover by Cyndi Lauper. Italy have had great success in the youth category. Filippo Pilati winning the gold in Athens last year. For this final for the men, it is just a draw because they didn't have the preliminary rounds. So there will be 7 competitors in total, apologies. The choreography for that performance was by Silva de Paula. He's also coached by Carolina Camardella and Giorgia Mazzarelli. I love the way he used his arms throughout that performance, and as he continues to get experience in the sport, I mean, remember, he's only 14 years of age, then his alignment will improve, because a few times, particularly towards the end of the hybrids, he maybe left things a little bit short. But I did like the fluidity of that performance. So as per the previous event, the figure scores from yesterday will be added on to the solo scores that we see now. He finished in the top half in 79th place, but actually all the scores were pretty close. So that's the score that he carries through. Which out of the men competing, looking at it, was the 3rd highest. But as they didn't do preliminaries, we can't obviously compare. They haven't had a practice in front of the judges to have feedback on any possible base marks. But I can see up in the audience, if you look across there, those almost like grey shirts, they're all ready to give him a very big cheer when his scores go up. but lacking just a little bit on height. So it was Ivan Nikov from Bulgaria. The theme was pragmatic, and his starting difficulty was 15.6. He's been doing solo for about a year, but that was a premiere of his new solo. Very impressive. He's the first man in Bulgaria to do artistic swimming, and it's certainly great to have him here. If you missed the scores for Andrea Garuti from Italy, who went previously, his routine score was 146.8792. He did get 3 base marks on 1, 3 and 5, so that dropped his difficulty from 25.45 to 13.75. But his overall score was 214.7217, so that has put a line in the sand for the other competitors. When Ivan isn't doing artistic swimming, he enjoys electronic devices and games. Coached by Diana Tavanaska, and 16 years of age. The age limit for the men is just 1 year older than the women, which is 13 to 15. Finished 170th on the figures yesterday, so that shows that he hasn't yet got the strength and the power on the technical skills that is needed. But as he continues to practice and get experience, I am sure that will come. Always difficult as well when it's an international competition. Nerves come into it as well a little bit. It's just something that you have to get used to if you want to compete. So 7 competitors competing in this solo event today for the men. It's really great to have the opportunity to see the talent that is coming through in the youth category. It's been very impressive indeed. So the scores I'm hearing, hopefully they will be on this screen very shortly. I believe it was 3 base marks, and his routine score is 79.3208, and total points 136.5753. For Matteo Vanni de Dieu, we are all so excited to see him swim. He's only just had his 13th birthday, and well, the anticipation was high because he is the son of multi-world champion and Olympic medalist Virginie de Dieu, who did the choreography along with Alexia Vito. What a talent he is. To get to that standard at such a young age, incredible. But he has been brought up with artistic swimming right the way through his whole life. I love the way he got his body movements into it, and that he sometimes had time to stop on some of the very fast rotations, because that shows real skill. The theme of his routine was Warrior. The music was Warriors, League of Legends. He likes the artist because of the originality. It is his first international competition, and everybody is so delighted to see him and just watch him perform. He looks like he takes it all in his stride and goes out there and really enjoys it. He was 18th in the figures yesterday, which is a fantastic result, and top of the competitors in the solo. Full difficulty, routine score 214.2355, overall score 290.7900. Wow, I have a tear in my eye. That was something really quite special. Fourth competitor, Lovro Palian from Croatia, the 14-year-old. His theme is bittersweet longing, and his difficulty is 18.65. Needs to be a little bit careful with the alignment, but I like the speed. So that was Lovro Palijan from Croatia. His music was Francis Forever by Mixki. It reminds him of his home, apparently. He is the national champion back in Croatia, fairly new to the sport. I like the way he held his shoulders, and he really tried to project himself during that performance. Technically, he's not as strong as some of the other competitors that we are seeing here today in this competition. But he can continue to build on that, get the alignment, and then work on the height, because he's certainly getting the speed of movement. Coached by Ivana Lukak and choreographed by Lana Palijan. He came 175th in the figures yesterday. So the score of 56.23 is added on to his score that we will see in this final. If you weren't with me earlier, it's a straight final, so it was a draw for the positions to swim rather than going in reverse order of the preliminary rounds. He often doesn't need a nose clip when he swims. I talked about Virginie Dedieu, the mum of Maceo Rani Dedieu, who swam before. She was another artistic swimmer that didn't need a nose clip. Everybody else pretty much does. Stop the water going up with the nose, obviously, but she had a reflex action at the back of the nose and the throat that meant she didn't need to wear one. So maybe he is the same. Lots of support from the team, which is great, and he's obviously appreciating that. I have so much admiration for these youngsters coming in and competing at such a high level. So 124.4334, difficulty a little bit lower, so base marks, but 180.6698. So that is a really, really good score considering how new he is to the sport. Fifth competitor out of 7, and it's Stylianos Koukouselis from Greece. His difficulty 27.05. Very, very powerful choice of music. Really using the musicality in his facial expressions as well. Getting good speed. Would like to see a little bit more height. Well, quite an exhausting performance there from Stylianos Koukouzelis-Fiskis. His music choice was 11 Days in Hell because he really likes to have strong music and he wanted to be able to show sort of anger within the performance. You can see that he has also worked a lot on his facial expressions as well. He's quite a character, always makes his teammates laugh. He finished with on the combined score in 7th place at the last World Youth Championships, but actually was 5th on free solo alone, as he's joined by his coaches, Anastasia Gutseva, Natalia Chenetska, just 14 years of age, and when he isn't competing, he loves to do drawing. He's been successful in a few Pan-Hellenic competitions as well. He used the flat feet quite a lot within the performance, and I've said before in my commentary, I'm not a fan of flat feet. I don't think it's very attractive. I like to see a really nice line, and the foot choreography can be very good indeed. It's just the flat feet doesn't work for me. Well, having said that, it wasn't too bad in his performance because it suited the music. Of the different families within the hybrid. So he had the rotations, he has flexibility, he showed some good static moves. In fact, 4 of his hybrids started with the airborne weight level 2 move, so maybe a little bit more variety at the beginning of the hybrids would be good. And also, you know, with his strength, we'd like to see maybe a few more thrusts throughout the performance too. Just 2 more to swim. Looking at the scores just for the routine only, without the figures added. France, Maceo Vanille-Dedieu is very clearly in the lead with 214.2355. And then Italy in 2nd place, Andrea Garuti, 146.8792. A gap of 67.35 on the routine score. Slight deduction, so there is a base mark there, but still lying in 3rd place. Routine score of 127.6105. He hasn't got the apnea bonus, so that affects it by about 40 points. Very disappointing. 188.5953 is his total score. So the apnea bonus points is 58%, no more than that under the water. It is harder in solos because they don't do the counts like they do in duets and teams, but of course that will be disappointing for him. Enrico Sanchez from Spain, the penultimate swimmer, 14 years of age. The theme is Anaconda, the music, Peter and the Wolf. And he starts 25.65. He is normally very, very good at these free solos. Already off to a good start with the height. Getting those hips firmly round in the rotations. Fabulous on the musicality. Very nice transitions. Gesture intensity is so good. Everything has a purpose. Very good definition. Just slightly falling off alignment just at the end there. His musicality was fabulous. I was very, very impressed with him. And also he has the technical skills to go with it as well. He finished 46th in the figure scores yesterday. So that was out of all of the soloists we have in this competition, that would have been a second. So carries a score through of 72.70. He just missed out on a medal at the World Youth Championships last year. He finished fourth, but he was second on his free routine score. He was fourth as well at the European Youth Championships in France back in 2022. Is today going to be his day, and we're going to see him on that podium. Coached and choreographed by Natalia Didenko. She's assisted by Paula Alcotra. And then just one more athlete to swim. He likes to do sewing and drawing when he isn't competing. And once again, getting loads of support from his team there and supporters who have travelled across to watch. You can see from his facial expression just how much this means to him. So I really hope when the scores go up, it is a good news story for him. Plenty of support from those coaches. And he is delighted. He has got a medal with only one performer still to go. Into second place, full assigned difficulty, a total score of 269.4688. For that routine alone, 196.7688. So into a second place behind Maceo Van He de Dieu. Delighted for him. The last to swim. He's had a long wait. Pamuk Tuna, 13-year-old from Turkey. His theme is time. Well done to Gina Pamuk. I liked the staccato type movements he was getting to get the choreography across. The theme, of course, was time, and you could see that within his choreography. He needs to now continue to work on more extension in the legs and his feet as well, along with keeping the feet a little bit tidier at times as well. So these are all little things to help him improve as he continues to grow in this sport. Also to project his face more to the judges during the actual performance. But I really enjoyed the routine. He is the Turkish champion. In fact, he has been the Turkish champion 3 times in the male solo. He started after watching his sister, who was hyperactive, so his parents made him swim too. He's been competing or doing artistic swimming for about 6 years now and absolutely loves it. It was really great to see them competing here. He's coached by Ilgaz Yakin Kashar, who did the choreography. My apologies if the pronunciation of that isn't 100%. The music he used is called We Are Justice. And Turkey, well, they've already had a very historic European Championships, taking the gold in the solo, not the solo, sorry, in the compulsory figures yesterday. So his difficulty has been reduced to 9.15. He's got the apnea bonus, so that's good. 168.2507 is his total score. 119.4083 is his routine score. And that puts him into 6th place, ahead of Bulgaria and behind Croatia. very well done to Duna Pramuk. So that concludes the male free solo final. So we now have the medal ceremony for the women's solo free event at the European Youth Artistic Swimming Championships. The victory ceremony. Medals will be presented by members of the Technical Artistic Swimming Committee. Michalina Gnaszek is taking the bronze medal. What a moment for Poland. 213.5521. Greece taking the silver medal is Mini Karavazali. Her score 302.1502.
First gold medal and the 2024 European Aquatics Youth Champion for the women's solo free event with a score of 306.410, representing France,
Roman Temisek from France. What an impressive swimmer. She takes the gold, 306.410. The current world youth champion is now the European youth champion. Many congratulations. What a fabulous performance there. Confirmation, France taking the gold, Greece the silver, and Poland the bronze. Poland with 292.3430, Greece 302.1502, and France 306.410. And now we have the presentation of the medals for the Komen Cup. So this is really for the Mediterranean countries and includes a few others as well. And it's been combined with this European Youth Championships this year. They're taking the bronze medal with Daniela Velasquez Ruiz. Her total score is 290.5727. Ismini Karavasili taking the silver, 302.1502. Her second silver medal today. Roman Temizek, well, she's getting quite a collection of gold medals, and now it's her second at these championships. A score of 306.4104 to take the Komen Cup title.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of France.
Again, congratulations to the athletes, and confirmation: gold to France, silver to Greece, and bronze to Spain.
Official victory ceremony for the European Aquatics Youth Artistic Swimming Championships 2024 for the men's solo free event.
And now we move on to the medal ceremony for the men's solo free event.
Please welcome the medalists. The medals will be presented by Chairperson of the European Aquatics Technical Artistic Swimming Commission, and Marika Rabioglu, Secretary of the European Aquatics Technical Artistic Swimming Commission. Third and bronze medal with a score of 214.721, representing Italy, Andrea Garuti.
Italy taking the bronze with Andrea Garuti. An impressive performance, a score of 214.7217.
Second and silver medal with a score of 269.468, representing
Nico Sanchez, he stands up on the podium finally and takes a silver medal. He was 4th at the World Youth Championships, 4th at the European Youth Championships, but now takes the silver with 269.4688. Following in the footsteps of his mum, Virginie Dedieu, we see Matteo Vanni Dedieu on the podium taking the gold at his first international competition at the age of 13. A magnificent swim, a score of 290.790. Special moments for all of these athletes. Gold going to France, silver to Spain, and bronze to Italy.
The official victory ceremony for the Coffee Cup 2024 for the men's solo free event.
And then we have the medals for the Coleman Cup. Well, the rankings are staying the same. Yes, definitely Italy. Andrea Garuti, score of 214.7217. Nico Sanchez, another medal for him at 269.468, representing Spain. Once again, Matteo Vanni Dedieu taking the gold. The the Coman Cup champion with a score of 290.790. Many congratulations to all the medalists for the Coman Cup. France taking the gold, Spain the silver, and Italy the bronze. So we now move on later today with the free combination team event. That will be really well worth watching. That starts at 6 o'clock local time. For me, Andrea Holland, it's goodbye for now.